Fashion is definitely still the way of expressing myself, as well as a way to express my mood. Also indicating the tribe you come from. You identify yourself and the people that you like, the music that you like, the places you go, the political views you have, the stances you take. It all is wrapped up in bits and pieces of your clothing. Especially within fashion, I would say that my tribe is definitely a much more fun tribe. If you can look at it with a sense of humor, you're always going to be better off. I get my inspiration from conversations I have with my friends, from the news on TV, the movies and films I see, the music I listen to, the things I see out the window when I'm driving down the road.
Jeremy's style is fun, colorful, and happy. Very smart.
Jeremy's style is very against the grain. A lot of references to pop culture, lots of color, just very humorous and comical.
It's just really out there. It's really flamboyant. It doesn't seem like it's really gives a shit not in the best kind of sense possible. I think fashion should be something really enjoyable and to have fun. I think that's really what his clothes reflect.
The days before the show, I will be in a studio and I will be fitting my collection. I will be determining the outfits that will be used in the show.
No one's probably going to sleep, and we'll be here till tomorrow morning and right before the show to make sure Jeremy's stuff looks perfect on the runway.
It's like the final grains of sand in an hourglass.
Do you have a line? Do you have a single point? Can you give a view? Can you put some depth into the view? And can you draw the eye along the line? Can you give illusion of a vanishing design is what you see?
The day of the show is always a bit stressful no matter what, because there are so many elements that have to come together in a very definitive short amount of time. Fashion can be quite cruel with its timing and deadlines because there is still a little bit more room for things to be late, let's say.
Bring this world into full view, the coloring of light.
At a certain moment, you're going to have to start the show, and you really better be ready, because if you're not, you're going to have to start the show anyway.
My name is on the list.
What list? Miss Thing, there is no guest list tonight.
This collection is really inspired by my memory of getting ready to go out to parties and to clubs when I was going to college, and the enthusiasm that I had, as well as my friends had, for getting dressed up. We would make our own outfits, and we would swap makeup and dye each other's hair, and everyone was just so enthusiastic about getting dressed up to go out to this party and to really show the world who they were. It's always very chaotic after the show. It's so exciting, of course, because you're seeing all these people that you know, work with, love, have relationships with, It's just part of that whole process of the show and the momentum of everything to the finale of it being actually finally over. And then I can go back to my quiet little life. For me, I love working with icons, be it Madonna, Rihanna, Gaga, Katy, or Kanye, or be it Swatch. Why would I want to make a plain old watch when I can make a swatch? Working with the iconography of things that people already appreciate and love and are very understood just takes the idea that much further. I was really excited when I went to Times Square and saw the store, especially with the billboard right there on Valentine's Day. Went up and got to see a giant photo of myself in Times Square, especially since Oprah was the one right next to me. It was just like her and I hanging out in Times Square.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so great honor to have with us Jeremy Scott.
When I was proposed to do 3 watches, it was pretty instantaneous for me what they would look like. I was very certain that I wanted to do one with wings. It only made sense also to have wings on a watch so I could say that time flies. The second one would be the frame, as I have always loved the ornate and the rococo and the gilded looks of this kind of time and period and that kind of feeling. And as well as the fact that the swatch is a work of art itself, so I'm framing the swatch itself. The lightning bolt would have been the third one I would have thought of, and I think that one was just quite simple from when I started to sketch the watch on a piece of paper. It was just the natural inclination of my hand to just create this lightning bolt. Everyone's reaction's been so enthusiastic about the watches, I couldn't be more pleased.
What I find inspiring about him is just his youthfulness and his playfulness with his collections. Every season, there's just something new and fun about him.
And Jeremy makes clothes for his friends, and I think that's why it translates so well to a larger audience with the watches or with his clothes.
It's so cool how he can bring things from his collection that literally walk down runways, and then it's so accessible to so many people, and they can literally just have like a piece of that.
I got already the blonde one. I got from fashion show. That's why I want white one. I won't have everything. I'm gonna get 3 of them anyway. Ciao.
Swatch is one of my favorite companies, and as a 14-year-old buying my first Swatch, I would have never dreamed that I would have the opportunity to create my own. And then to be able to create ones that have inspired people today is actually a dream come true.